Okay, so get this. We've got our hands on leaked concept art
Oh, yeah.
for Avengers,
Yeah.
Doomsday, and
Really?
yeah, and it's like sending the internet into a frenzy.
Yeah.
We're talking Doctor Doom looking all powerful,
Oh.
surprise character appearances, and hints at a story that could like totally change the MCU.
Wow.
So,
This is big.
yeah. So if you are ready for some seriously juicy
I am.
speculation, you are in the right place.
Definitely.
Don't forget to hit that like button and drop
Yes.
your thoughts in the comments below.
Do it.
And hey, if you love this kind of deep dives, make sure you subscribe and tell your friends about the channel.
Please.
We love having you here.
It's amazing how much these early visuals can tell us, even if things change during production. It's like we're putting together a puzzle.
Yeah.
We're trying to piece together the bigger picture.
Exactly. Let's start with the big bad himself.
Okay.
Dr. Doom.
All right.
Some of the art shows him in this medieval-style throne room.
Interesting.
Which is giving me Major Secret Wars vibes.
Oh.
But then there's other art with him
Okay.
in these super futuristic settings. What do you make of that?
Well, if you remember how Loki and Doctor Strange 2 really messed with the multiverse,
Yes.
it wouldn't be surprising if Doom
Yeah.
is taking advantage of that chaos.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy who's always had
Of course.
ambitions beyond just conquering one world.
Okay, so maybe he's not just chilling in Latveria anymore.
No.
He's gone multiversal.
Right.
What are the implications of that, do you think?
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
If he's got access to different universes,
Right?
he could be pulling resources, tech, even alternate versions of himself.
Wow.
To amass power, we could be looking at a threat even bigger than Thanos.
Wow. And speaking of our place, one piece of concept art shows
Yeah.
Doom standing over what looks like a map of different universes.
Interesting.
Could this be a hint at Battleworld?
That's what has everyone buzzing. In the comics, Battleworld is Doom's ultimate creation.
Oh, wow.
Imagine a world cobbled together from fragments of different realities, all ruled by him.
Wow.
If that's what they're going for in the movie,
Right.
it's going to be absolutely insane.
Mind-blowing, right?
Yes.
And then there's the character lineup.
Oh, yeah.
Some of these choices are really unexpected. Like Sheriff Strange serving Doom. What could have happened to our good doctor?
Remember how What If
Yes.
explored those darker versions of our heroes?
Yeah.
This could be a Strange who made some seriously bad choices, maybe even dabbled in forbidden magic.
Oh.
Seeing him aligned with Doom is a huge red flag.
It makes you wonder what kind of pressure our heroes are facing if someone like Strange has turned.
Right.
And speaking of intriguing characters,
Yeah.
Yelena Belova is also shown in Doom's inner circle.
Interesting.
She's really moving up in the world after Black Widow and Thunderbolt.
She's definitely ambitious. And maybe she sees aligning with Doom as a path to even more power.
Right.
It raises questions about her moral compass.
Yeah.
And what lengths she's willing to go to achieve her goals.
It's going to be fascinating to see how her character arc plays out.
I agree.
Oh, and get this, Star-Lord is back.
He is.
But there's no sign of the other Guardians.
Oh.
Where do you think they are?
That's a mystery, isn't it?
It is?
Could they be casualties of whatever event led to Doom's rise? Or maybe they're off on their own mission, dealing with a different corner of this multiversal mess?
Yeah.
Maybe they're even working to undermine Doom from the inside.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
It would be so cool to see them working undercover against Doom.
Right.
And speaking of surprises, the concept art shows Hulk and She-Hulk in what looks like a medieval village.
Interesting.
Possibly with Scar-Hulk's son.
Oh, wow.
What's going on there?
Well, She-Hulk series introduced her ability to travel the multiverse.
Right.
Maybe this village is in another reality, and she somehow ended up there with Hulk and Scar. It could be a chance for them to explore their family dynamic.
Yeah.
Which we haven't seen much of in the MCU.
A Hulk family reunion in the middle of a multiversal crisis.
Right.
That's definitely not what I was expecting, but I'm here for it.
Me too.
And look, there's Wong with a whole group of young heroes.
Really?
Cassie Lang-Wiccan, Kate Bishop, that was Marvel.
Wow.
Are we finally getting the Young Avengers?
It sure looks that way.
Yeah.
It would make sense for them to step up, especially if the older Avengers are scattered or compromised.
Yeah.
And remember, in the comics, the Young Avengers have a history of taking on big threats and challenging the status quo.
It's going to be awesome seeing them in action.
Yes.
And speaking of new heroes, There's a shot of a new Black Panther in Wakanda,
Okay.
but we don't see their face. Who do you think is under the mask?
It's hard to say for sure.
Right.
It could be a variant of T'Challa from another universe. Or maybe someone else entirely stepping into the role.
Yeah.
It's a big legacy to carry, but I'm sure Marvel will handle it with the respect and care it deserves.
I'm curious to see how they introduce this new Black Panther.
Yeah.
And what their connection to T'Challa will be.
For sure.
But you know what's really got me scratching my head?
What's that?
There are some major heroes missing from all of this.
Like,
Sam Wilson's Captain America,
oh yeah?
Thor, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man.
Right.
Where are they?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is.
Are they being saved for secret wars?
Right.
Are they dealing with threats in other parts of the multiverse? Or is there something even bigger going on that we haven't even considered yet?
It's a total mystery, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds.
Me neither.
But you know what we can't ignore?
What's that?
The elephant in the room. The news that's sending shockwaves through the fandom.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom.
No.
Not Tony Stark, but Doom himself.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a casting choice that nobody saw coming.
Oh.
And it has everyone wondering
Right.
how Marvel's going to pull it off.
Exactly.
Is it a multiversal thing?
Yeah.
A variant of Doom who happens to share RDJ's face?
Right.
Or is there an even crazier explanation we haven't even thought of yet?
It's blowing my mind.
It's crazy.
And we've only just scratched the surface of all the craziness these concept art leaks are hinting at.
Okay, wait to see what happens.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of our deep dive into Avengers Doomsday.
Welcome back. We were just discussing the biggest shocker from these Avengers, Doomsday concept art leaks.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
It's wild, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy who basically launched the entire MCU
Right.
is now playing one of Marvel's most iconic villains.
It's a bold move.
Yeah.
And it raises so many questions.
Exactly. Like, how are they going to explain this
Right.
within the MCU's continuity?
Yeah, like some fans are saying it's a multiversal situation.
Right.
Maybe a Doom variant who just happens to look like RDJ.
That's one possibility. Or maybe it's something completely different.
Like what?
What if Doom has somehow found a way to impersonate Tony Stark?
Oh.
We've seen him use magic and technology to manipulate appearances before.
That's a good one. A Doom who looks like Iron Man.
Yeah.
That would mess with everyone's heads.
Imagine the psychological impact
Oh my God.
that would have on the Avengers.
Right.
Especially those who are close to Tony.
It would be devastating, but also brilliant from a storytelling perspective.
And can you imagine the intensity of RDJ playing a villain like Doom?
He's an incredible actor.
Yeah.
He could bring so much depth and nuance to the role.
Right.
Just imagine the confrontations between Doom and the Avengers.
Like the dialogue, the power struggles, the mind games. This is going to be one for the ages.
And let's not forget
Right.
that these concept art leaks are just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more we don't know about the movie's plot.
Right.
And how all these pieces fit together.
Exactly. And speaking of the plot,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of debate about the potential themes of the movie.
Yeah.
What do you think they're going for?
Well, Doom has always been a complex character.
Right.
He's not just some power-hungry maniac.
Right.
He genuinely believes he's doing what's necessary to save the world,
Right.
even if his methods are extreme.
So maybe they're leaning into that misguided savior angle?
Yeah.
Like Doom thinks he's the only one who can fix the multiverse, even if it means ruling it with an iron fist.
It's possible.
Right.
And that would make the conflict even more interesting.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be a simple good versus evil situation.
Right. The Avengers might have to fight someone who genuinely believes they're doing the right thing.
Right.
Even if it means destroying everything in the process.
Exactly.
That's a tough moral dilemma.
And it would force them to question their own methods and beliefs. It could really shake things up in the MCU.
Wow, I hadn't thought of it that way. That's deep.
And that's what's so exciting about these early glimpses into the film.
Yeah.
It sparks so many ideas and possibilities.
I know. It's driving fans crazy.
Right.
Trying to figure out what it all means.
That's the beauty of it. It gets the conversation going.
Absolutely. And speaking of conversation,
Yeah.
we've got to address the fact that a certain web-slinger is missing from all this.
Where's Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Good question.
Right?
Maybe he's dealing with a more localized threat.
Okay.
Remember, he's still a relatively young hero.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not ready to throw him into a multiversal crisis just yet.
Or maybe they're saving him for something even bigger.
It's Marvel. They're always thinking a few steps ahead.
Oh, and there's one piece of concept art that's really mysterious.
Oh, really?
A shadowy figure chained in a water-filled prison. Any ideas who that could be?
Some people think it might be Reed Richards.
Mr. Fantastic himself. Wow, that would be a huge reveal. But why would Doom imprison him?
Yeah.
Are they supposed to be like rivals, not enemies?
Well, their relationship is complicated.
Okay.
They're both brilliant minds.
Right.
But they have very different views on how the world should be run.
Yeah.
Maybe their rivalry has escalated to a whole new level.
Ooh, a battle of the geniuses gone bad. I'm totally here for that.
And with the Fantastic Four movie coming out before Doomsday,
Right.
it would be a clever way to tie their stories together.
Right. It's all connected. Marvel is so good at planting seeds
They are.
and building anticipation.
I know.
Okay, I have one more big question about Doomsday.
What's that?
What do you think the overall tone is going to be?
Well, the concept art definitely has a mix of light and dark elements.
Yeah.
We've got Doom looking all menacing,
Right.
but then we've also got those fun, action-packed scenes
Right.
with Star-Lord and the Young Avengers.
So maybe it's going to be a roller coaster ride like Endgame.
I wouldn't be surprised the Russo brothers are directing. And they know how to balance those epic stakes with humor and heart.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
I have complete faith in them to deliver something incredible.
Me too.
Okay. This conversation has me even more hyped for Avengers Doomsday than I was before.
Me too. It's shaping up to be a truly massive event.
It is.
And these concept art leaks have given us so much to speculate about.
It's like a puzzle we're all trying to solve together.
I agree.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the final part of our deep dive
Okay.
into Avengers Doomsday. So don't forget to like this episode and subscribe
Yes.
to the channel
Please.
so you don't miss out on any of our deep dives.
Yes.
We've got some good stuff coming up. Tell a friend too.
Before we wrap up,
Yeah.
there are a few more details from these leaks that we need to discuss.
Right, like that sketch of a figure chained up
Yeah.
in what looks like an underwater prison. Any theories on who that could be?
It's hard to tell from the sketch
But-
because it's so shadowy, but some fans think it might be Reed Richards.
Mr. Fantastic himself.
Wow.
Wow, that would be a huge reveal.
Right.
But why would Doom imprison him?
Yeah.
Aren't they supposed to be like rivals rather than enemies?
Well, their relationship in the comics is pretty complicated.
Okay.
They're both brilliant scientists and inventors,
Yeah,
but they have very different worldviews.
right,
Doom is all about power and control,
right.
while Reed is more idealistic and believes in using his intellect for the greater good.
So maybe their rivalry has escalated and Doom has finally decided to take Reed
It's possible.
out of the equation. It would definitely make sense for him to eliminate a potential threat, especially if he's trying to reshape the multiverse according to his own vision.
Exactly. And remember, we're getting a Fantastic Four movie before Doomsday.
Right.
Introducing Reed as a prisoner of Doom would be a great way to set up
Yeah.
their conflict and make it even more personal.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Marvel is so good at weaving those interconnected storylines.
They are.
It's what makes their universe so captivating.
Right.
It all comes together in the end.
Speaking of coming together,
Yes.
I'm really curious to see how the Young Avengers factor into all of this.
Right.
They're clearly being set up as a major force in the MCU,
Right.
and this could be their first real test.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how they interact with the older heroes.
Right.
If they even get a chance. I mean,
Yeah.
with so many big names potentially involved in this film,
Right.
there's a chance the Young Avengers could get overshadowed.
That's true. But they could also bring a fresh perspective and dynamic to the team.
Right.
They're not weighed down by the same baggage as the older heroes.
Right. They're more idealistic,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even a little reckless.
Mm-hmm.
That could be both a strength and a weakness,
Right.
depending on how Doom decides to exploit it.
And let's not forget about the new Black Panther.
Yes.
This character's appearance is shrouded in mystery, and we still don't know who's
Under the mask.
The speculation is running wild.
I bet.
Some people think it's a variant of T'Challa from another universe.
Right?
While others believe it's a completely new character taking on the mantle.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be a powerful moment.
It is.
The Black Panther is such an important symbol.
Yes.
Both within the MCU and in the real world. It'll be fascinating to see how this new character honors that legacy.
Absolutely.
Speaking of the larger story, what do you think is going to happen at the end?
At the end of Doomsday?
Of Doomsday. Yeah. Will Doom be defeated? Will the multiverse be saved?
I have no idea.
Right.
And that's what makes it so thrilling.
Right.
Marvel's so good at keeping us guessing.
I know.
But I have a feeling that the ending of Doomsday is going to have major ramifications for the future of the MCU.
Right. This is not just another superhero movie.
Oh.
This could be a game changer.
Yeah.
If they introduce Battle World and bring in all these multiversal elements.
Right. It's going to open up so many possibilities for future stories.
Absolutely. It's going to be an epic ride, that's for sure.
It is.
And we'll be here to break it all down for you.
You know it.
Every step of the way.
Okay, before we go, I want to hear from you guys. What are your theories about the Avengers? Doomsday. What are you most excited to see?
Yes.
Let us know in the comments below.
And don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to our channel for more amazing deep dives,
Yes.
and share it with your friends. We're all about exploring the crazy world of pop culture and having fun with these theories and speculations.
Yeah.
We love having you along for the ride.
That's right. We are The Other Opinion, and we have some really great deep dives
We do.
lined up for you. This particular deep dive was created with the help of AI
Oh, cool.
for your enjoyment, and it might have some misinformation.
Okay.
But hey, stick with us, and let's keep the conversation going. Peace out.